Hey, welcome everyone. This is Roger from Roger's Hot Rod Garage. Again, I just got back from work. It's a Wednesday evening, and so you know what that means. That means I've got a kitchen pass for 3 to 4 hours because it's chorus practice for my significant other. The wife will be gone from about 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. So what's on the agenda right now is the 55 Nomad. Sitting kind of low right here because I made the mistake about 3 years ago of cutting not one, but 2 coils off. So it's riding a little bit lower, and every time I go over a speed bump, the bottom of the A-arm has got a little bit of play in it, probably about that much, and it goes click, 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 click. The way I'm gonna solve that is I went to summitracing.com. These are the isolators. It's gonna sit right in here. From here to here is about a ½ an inch. These are the ones that go on the top, also from summitracing.com. And the spring goes between here and here. It's going to give me 3/4 of an inch more. It's going to tighten up the spring on the inside, and it's going to raise up my ride height 3/4 of an inch, not an inch, but 3/4 of an inch. So wheels got to come off. I'll take the brakes off, take the actual upper ball joint off, and then I'll show you how I take this jack right here and safely take the pressure off the spring, which shouldn't be that much on it, and then put those on the spring. Might paint them while I got them out of there. But let me change clothes right now, get upstairs, get something to eat, come back down the garage and play for the rest of the evening. Enjoy the video. All right, hey look, quick change of clothes, home cooked meal by Honey Bunny, and I'm gonna go ahead and measure this at 24 3/4 inches or 63 centimeters. I've marked that over there, and obviously loosen these up before you jack the thing up. Okay. Same thing. I pull up instead of pushing down. Just personal. And that's that breaker bar I got at Veterama. It's a cheapie, but you know what? It's working for me. Let me see, close this one off. Could get the jack, that one's good. That one's good. And I'm missing one, probably this one right down here. Yeah. All right, go get the jack and get this thing off the ground. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, change of plans. So if I shine the flashlight up in here, you can see that little red isolator already in here. And there's my part number right now for the CCP springs. Again, those are the ones I cut 2 coils off of about 3 years ago. So, that's not gonna do me any good. So, I'm glad these things weren't that expensive. I think they were like $11 or $12 a set. So I'll put this up in my arsenal of stuff I've ordered that I don't need because I've already got these on the bottom. The ones on the top, I can use those, but to gain that 1/4 inch, I'm not going to pull the entire assembly apart. So what I'll do here is I'll go upstairs with the part number I just showed you, order the springs again. They're not that expensive. I think they're like about $40, $50 each side. And then this time I'll cut 1 coil off and put back in there. And that way I'll get my inch ride height that I'm looking for. So that's what I'm gonna do. So change of plans. What I will do this, I'll change this to I'm gonna fix that problem. Man, those things actually look pretty good. Look, big giant brakes on here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this, find myself a bucket with warm soapy water, clean up the interior of that rim, and I'll go ahead and take it and polish up the outside, remount this thing, and call it a completed evening here. So, shit happens, can't help it, pea brain. But anyway, that's not bad. That was 3 years ago and I didn't write it down, but what did my dad say? If your mistakes don't cost you money or you hurt yourself in the process, you ain't gonna learn something. So this one cost me a little bit of money, $12 in this case, no big deal. So on my even my BMW and my normal cars, what you got to do is at least once a year, once every 6 months, depending on what your rhythm is and how hard you drive, is you got to clean the backside of your rims. I know it's like polishing your belt buckle in the military on the inside, but it just looks cooler for the overall appearance of your car. I know I'm talking crap right now, but the sun is shining, a little palm olive, and I just love it when it does this right here. Look at that. But the pitting you're gonna get unless you polish it out. But if you don't do this every now and then, like I'm doing right here right now, it'll look like ass after 2 or 3 years. These rims right here are less than 3 years old. I bought them brand new from Summit Racing. They're American Torque Thrust. But if you don't do this, they're gonna look like crap. No water spouts, baby. No water spots. Alright. So, I got this trick from Florida where my dad has an RV, and either the seniors are doing it themselves or they're paying some 30, 40-year-old big dollars to do the RV aluminum rims. But I'm going to use that same concept here. That's not why I bought this. I bought this to cut big stuff, but you put a polishing pad on it, and what a half an hour job is done in 2 minutes. So watch this. All right, safety first. One down, one to go for tonight. I actually had to move this one away about 10 feet because it was blinding me and I couldn't wear my sunglasses and also do the polishing here because of the safety glasses. Just a fact. Move it away so you don't get blinded by the polish I just put on it. Hey, so what also works very, very well here is the Mother's aluminum polish. Get yourself a little bit on a glove here and then just smear it on the inside. It's okay if it dries up, because all you want is that little, you know, versioning of like 2,000 grit sandpaper, probably even more than that. But the drill is actually what does the trick right here. So let me show you how that works in here. This will polish it up right now so it looks like a mirror. So 409 is perfectly fine for this crap right here. Again, I painted these basically with a spray can gold, some Christmas tree gold crap I got about 4 years ago, and then 2K'd, epoxy 2K'd over top of that. And this has been, these have literally been on the car now for 3.5 years. And I think I got about 30,000 miles on it since I put this thing together. So again, you know, once a year, clean your rims up, front and back, clean all this crap up in here, make sure your cotter pins are still in here, grease everything up. And again, those are those red inserts down on the bottom. Didn't know I already had them, but who cares? But anyway, just clean this thing up a little bit and let me button this thing back up and put it back on the road. And call for the day. All right, not every plan actually works out, but I did get the back of the rims polished up, which is something I've wanted to do for a while. And Check this out, I got everything cleaned up. This just looks nice and clean. I still gotta hit this one right here. And then I'll hit this just with a manual process with the rag over here with the mothers. But anyway, and frankly, I don't know if I'm gonna order the spring or not and cut one coil off of it instead of two, because I like that deep look in here, and it only rubs, don't tell anybody this, but it only rubs just a little bit if you really, really turn the wheel on one side, and I found out that's where it's rubbing, but it's not on the corner right here. It's literally right up in here, and you know what? I'm not going 100 miles an hour if I turn the wheel that far. So I think this is one of those things that I didn't create any work today, but didn't do any gains. So let me put these wheels back on here and maybe go upstairs and do nothing for the rest of the evening. Maybe order some car parts from Summit Racing, don't know. But anyway, hey look, it's about the middle of April here. Car season's cranking up, and the coupe is done. I've got my rotting lawnmower collection over here. Oh, the John Deere 400, which is directly in front of you, is a beast. You've seen it in a couple other videos. The Murray over there, I've had that sucker for like 14, 15 years. That one is getting ready to be for sale after I service it, because I do not need 3 rotting lawnmowers. No, technically 4 rotting lawnmowers. The wife, once again, is correct. All right, I know everybody's going to appreciate that. I actually covered up the nipple here so I don't get a copyright violation for nudity. All right, so hey, look, that's about it for tonight. Hang everything back up, go wash my hands, and hit the couch and watch a little YouTube.